Well, look at that. We're live for another Joking Adventure Hour. This is Friday, July 24th, 2026. Hello to X Rumble Bishu. Hello to YouTube and the bots. Hello to the lurkers. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And before we jump in, be
Wait,
sure
wait.
you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And before we jump into the news, be sure to get your copy of The Immortal Mass, a 200-page graphic novel, on sale now at Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com. All right. That's from Eric. Laugh my ass off. The White House correspondence President Wei Jia is young. You can skip the part where you give out President Trump's phone number because half the reporter in his rooms already have it. The most accessible president in history, even the fake news has to admit. So this is a take two of the presidential or the dinner correspondent shindig. Because the last time some guy was shooting and had been.
Hey, yeah. Whatever happened to that guy? Did it kill him, or is he in jail? What is it?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure his boss is getting electrocuted as we speak.
that's a big surety.
I mean, come on, man. They made the security guards look bad. You know?
Security guard were a bunch of women.
Not all of them.
No. You don't understand. It was a put down.
Yeah.
The actual women security guards, they were smart. They took cover.
Mm.
All right, go ahead.
So President Trump is being surrounded right now at the White House correspondent dinner. The fake news can't resist because Trump is the man of the hour everywhere he goes. Every day is the White House correspondents' dinner. Have you guys figured that out yet?
Yeah, he's playing it like a fiddle.
Doesn't need you. In an incredible moment as President Trump just personally shook the hand of the brave Secret Service agent who protected 47 and the entire White House correspondent dinner from the assassins a couple of months ago. Fearless patriots. I want to thank this guy for doing his job that he was supposed to be doing in the first place.
And he's shaking hands with the president. He goes, "Mr. President, I just want you to be aware. I was just reaching down to tie my shoelace when the bad guy tripped over me. Okay."
Yeah, that's kind of what happened actually when we've played the video.
Yeah.
TV news now. Boom. Kana just got demolished on CNN after he tried attacking Trump on Iran, bragging that Obama was far more effective. Bullshit. Then former Representative Peter Myers, who actually served in Iraq, dropped the hammer. So let's listen to this exchange.
The president has made a mess of things, made a mess of the economy, but his ego will not permit him to go to Xi Jinping and the European leaders and have a multilateral solution to get us out of this mess and to help the American
Before you jump in,
the Iranians killed an order of magnitude more Americans under President Obama than they have under President
Trump. That's just not true.
That's absolutely true. I was in Iraq getting the EFPs that the Iranians were supplying to the Jaish al-Mahdi, Assad al-Haq, all of the Iranian-backed militias.
Okay, pause. You know what sucks about having these talking heads, talking as if they're experts? They are all stupid. Well, they say something, and another guy on the panel says, no, he says something the opposite. And then the guy, so you got two polar opposites. A guy on the left says one thing, the guy on the right says the other thing. And you're sitting there going like, This is bullshit. This is a waste of my time.
This is Crossfire.
No, this is bullshit. No, it's a complete waste of time for the person who's watching the show. You know why?
Why?
Because at that point he has to flip a coin and make a judgment call on whether it's the guy on the left or the guy on the right is right. Well, the other guy is
if
bullshit.
You're watching this, right? If
you're
watching this show,
the person watching doesn't have the tools or the resources to know if one guy is bullshitting and the other one's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a complete waste of fucking time to have douchebags like this on a news channel.
Yeah.
And just throwing opinions out. It's bullshit. These opinions are just that. They're fucking opinions. And they're a waste of time and energy. They make it sound like it's news. It's not news. It's a fucking opinion on the guy on the left. It's like an opinion on the guy on the right. And people who are watching this are going like, okay, one of these guys has to be correct. And what if they choose randomly a guy on the left to be right, but factually he's wrong. So they go through their life regurgitating this knowledge as if it's fact to their friends and family, and so they're unwillfully spreading bullshit. This is what CNN is doing here. They're creating a system of people unwillfully spreading bullshit, and that's a serious impact on society.
That's the whole point, George. They've been doing that since Ted Turner created CNN. Have you not noticed that?
Yes, I noticed that.
All right. Congratulations. That's why they call it the most trusted news stories by the guy who played Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, it's James Earl Jones. Yeah, that's funny. Ha ha ha. Really? You get the guy who played Darth Vader, who was a puppet of the Empire, to voice CNN, the most trusted news in the world. Direxro Powerball Lottery has launched in the UK. UK winners will receive the jackpot payments over 30 years and cannot take a lump sum, unlike US winners. Why? Because they need to funnel that money.
Yeah.
Duh. Duel. Duh. Let's see. Went on. 7 News DC. A mother says she tried to pay her daughter's tuition balance after Howard University unenrolled the incoming freshman weeks before the start of class, but was denied. The school recently unenrolled more than 500 students over tuition payment issue, leaving many families frustrated. Hey, is Howard University, a private or public university? That is the question, right?
Is it?
Oh, it's a private federally chartered research university in Washington, D.C.
Oh, no. Is that good or bad?
It means their policy is for profit, George. When they're private, it's for profit. Meaning you got no money, you get thrown out.
Oh, no, not thrown out.
Yeah. They're not like public universities where they're going to be like, okay, we'll work it out. You got to pay, but, you can still take classes. Here's like, no, you got to leave. We can't have you, sucking our oxygen.
All that oxygen.
All right. So here's the interesting thing, right? We talked about roughly that there's a new Blade Runner coming to Amazon, Blade Runner 20.
Yeah, I heard about that. Holy shit.
So
what the hell, man?
So the series is set for those. Here's the synopsis. The series set after a replicant uprising where the human lost and the replicant rules. Ridley Scott is executive producer. He's not directing this. And the Blade Runner 2049 co-writer Michael Green consulted on the project. Means nothing. He can consult, but they can still go forward with whatever bullshit they want. Hunter Schaffler plays a human pretending to be a replicant, and Michelle Yeoh is hunting rogue replicants. Replicants know the day they die, and Yeoh's character is spiraling with the date upcoming. Has the same noir vibe as the previous project. Here's the thing: Are you telling me, right, that you have an uprising of replicants against a human, and they took over control, but, and here's the big but, instead of being better than us, you it's the same status quo. It's just like musical chairs. Now they're doing what that human done against them. So they won a war and became exactly like human, but they have a shorter lifespan. So all the humans have to do is basically wait them out until their lifespans is, because why would humans try to create more replicants?
Yeah, just wait it out until their lifespan's done, and you win the war.
Exactly.
That's they built in the victory.
Exactly.
It's like having Jaws in your swimming pool. Okay, well, do not go into the swimming pool. In fact, you know how you beat Jaws that's in your swimming pool in your backyard?
You wait a day because it dies out.
You empty out the swimming pool.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just empty the swimming pool, walk away, come back a few days. You got, sushi.
Exactly.
Gosh.
So yeah, so basically, this sounds so stupid. The plot's they tried to come up with a compelling plot, and it just falls flat in the face.
And this is like that replicant body movie series. Anthony Mackie was in second series. I forgot the guy in the first series.
Altered Carbon.
Yeah, Altered Carbon. Yeah.
Yeah, you had what's his name? Shoot, he played RoboCop.
Yeah.
In the first one, and he was good. And
he was really fucking good.
I wanted more. Yeah, no, it's like I didn't mind Anthony Mackie, but I prefer
the RoboCop guy. And then just say it.
RoboCop guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to remember RoboCop's my name. That's what I'm trying to do, George. Jeez. Yeah.
You're trying to keep your geek cred. I get
exactly. It. Joe Kimmerman. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Who also was Rick Flag, died in Rick Flag.
Yep, Rick Flag. Good old Rick.
Rick. So there you go. Yeah, no. And then they canceled that show because people were like, I didn't come here to watch the Falcon play
a white guy. That's what it was. That's what it was. Because he couldn't get back to his body, so he got downloaded to another body. Anthony Mackie's body.
Yeah. And Anthony Mackie's body had to be like the superior version. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, you couldn't get it, and people just tuned out. Also, it's like it was in the height of the DEI stuff. It was so much DEI that turned off people. Bloody Disgusting posted, filmmaker Chuck Russell has passed away at the age of 47. Russell directed The Blob, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors in the 80s. Later directed
Dream Warriors? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Later directed The Mask, Eraser.
The Mask?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Eraser as well?
Yeah. Blessed a Child. Scorpion.
Wait, Eraser as in Schwarzenegger Eraser?
Yeah.
God, this guy is talented as fuck.
Yeah. Blessed a Child, The Scorpion King, and The Witchboard was his last one in 2025.
Oh my God. What a great talent.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed his stuff. I didn't even know he existed.
He was the director on all of them.
Yeah, this guy was so good. I didn't even bother looking at the director. I just said, damn, this is a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, I got to get it on DVD.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, I see that people are buying more and more movies and DVDs and Blu-rays now.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. This whole thing is it's not gonna be going well.
You know, I'm waiting for them just to put those on like crystals. You know.
You know what Apple's trying to do now? I heard.
Go ahead.
They're going to try to make you rent your iPhone and rent your Macintosh, so you don't actually own it.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. You know, basically, you don't if you go on a payment plan or whatever. It's like if you're missing payments, then they'll shut off applications on your thing, so you still have access.
Yeah,
but you won't have full access.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say, "Oh, you know, you can access these apps, but you know, only when you pay up."
You know what I'm doing? Unknowingly, what I'm doing?
Go ahead.
I'm creating my own apps. No, seriously, follow this just for a moment, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm creating my own app,
mm-hmm.
and how I'm doing how I'm doing it
mm-hmm.
is that I kid you not, you make it so that way it's compatible. And workable on a browser like Chrome, and all you have to do is just get yourself a very inexpensive computer and run your app off of the browser, and you don't have to deal with Apple's bullshit or anybody else's bullshit. Why? Because you can get yourself a Linux computer with a browser.
Yeah.
And you got the software that you've been relying on. You just build your own software.
Right.
Now, how many people would do that? 0.00000 George only. But then one day I have a vision that George will be all over the place. All right, what's next?
That's kind of hilarious to think about. Oops. Let me jump back over here. So it's official. This is from Eric. Shiloh Hendrick convicted for saying the R word, while Tim Walz granted a pardon to a child rapist. Democrats are not interested in clemency for this case. So remember, like last year, this lady went viral because she said the R when confronted about this weirdo.
She basically told somebody to just go jump in a lake and leave me alone. Go, have a nice life. I'm doing just fine by myself.
Yes, basically that point. So it was like 2 counts, one with a child, one without. The one with the child was acquitted, but the one without against the videographer was the one that they found her guilty of. So it's like, really, especially when the videographer was the one who was the aggressor in that case. Sometimes you wonder,
Yeah.
All right. Oops. Quantum Guard, holy crap. Jaw-dropping footage released of Hillary Clinton going berserk, yelling in a fit of rage at Representative Nancy Mace during her Epstein testimony. I'm going to answer your question. I was taking care of the people who lost 3,000 jobs. All right, let's see this. We played a lot of this, but let's see which clip.
Ask the question. I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at
time
me.
doing.
I'm a
I
survivor
spent
trying to look out for other
well,
survivors, trying to
and
get to the
I
bottom
was
of it.
taking care
You
of
waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant
Whoa.
today.
You asked me.
What did she do?
Exactly. I don't know what she did. Because they were there for the Epstein files, right? And
why change the goalposts?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
There's two things, right? There's two things that set her off, right? This one right here. And then they talked about frazzle dripped. Because it was the same person, Nancy Mace, who said, hey, why is there a folder that we discover on your supposed server, right, that said insurance, and inside that insurance, right, has a zip file called frazzle dripped.
It's that sounds like something Bill Cosby would say. I get a frazzle
You said Bill Cosby?
What? Seriously?
You said Bill Cosby, sir?
Yeah, I said Bill Cosby. What? What do you got?
Right here.
Come on.
Vision with something new. Mystery.
All of our suspects are dying.
TV's most popular star back as its newest crime solver with his own unique style.
You gonna be in there long?
With Emmy winners Rita Moreno and Lynn Whitfield, The Cosby Mysteries, Wednesdays this fall on NBC.
A little bit of here, and a little bit there.
Wait, is this legit? This actually happened?
Yeah, this actually
How many
happened.
episodes?
Huh?
One? Half an episode?
I think it was just a season or half a season.
Okay, because this is after the Cosby Show, right?
Yeah. You know? Yeah, 2 seasons, 94.
2 seasons. Wow.
It wasn't that popular. I don't want to see Cosby solving crimes. He doesn't do crime. We can't take the guy seriously. You know, until you find out, hey, this guy is doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Even though he's been overturned, he's acquitted after serving most of his sentence, you know. It's a conundrum here.
Yeah.
So, here's an interesting thing. This is from the New York Post. Filmmaker Sophia Maddox devastated and dumbstruck to learn that her grandfather was Charles Manson.
What?
Yeah, her DNA search went Hiller Skeller. Filmmaker Sophia Maddox broke down in tears when she and her father, Daniel Arguelles, learned from online ancestry search that his dad was one of America's most notorious criminal, Charles Manson. I was obviously very devastated, feeling dumbstruck and sobbing. My dad was just rubbing my back and holding me and telling me we were nothing like him, but it's a little traumatic.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And who's this chick again?
It's this one right here. Right here.
And her father or grandfather is Manson?
Him. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So that's her dad. And this him. He looks Mexican to me. So that means must have been his time sowing seed in Mexico, you know, when he went over Mexico for a while. So, co-directed by Maddox and Alexandra Orton, the Hulu documentary, My Grandfather Charles Manson, struggles with relationship, blah, blah, blah. Arguelles was born in 1959 when his mother, Darlene, was 17, met Manson at a bus stop when he was going by the name Charlie Deere, and the pair had a one-off stand. Okay, so there you go.
So who knew that Manson could get going?
Yeah. It was, he has those evil magnetic eyes. See? It's always in the eyes. Always in the eyes. Yeah, the dad definitely got a lot of Manson's face.
Now they need to complete it as MK Ultra and Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is what's that director's name? Still around?
Which director's name?
the one that was associated with Manson.
What do you mean?
He did that Rosemary's Baby. What's his name? He escaped to France, so he won't get charged for with an underage girl.
Oh, yeah. Roman
Polanski.
Polanski, yeah.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around.
Oh.
He can never come back to the United States.
Yeah, it doesn't. Here's the kicker. Doesn't United States have extradition with France? No. Just think about it. Let's just expand this just for a moment.
Yeah.
If the United States has an extradition treaty with France, why don't they extradite him back to the United States and to face justice for the last 50 freaking years or more?
Mm-hmm.
Why won't they do that? Let that sink in. And if they don't have an extradition treaty with France, are you telling me that Roman Polanski has lived only in France all this time? He never went to the Mediterranean someplace. He never went to another country other than the United States where they do have extradition treaties with the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they went after the Andrew Tate and his brother.
Yeah.
When they left, was it Romania or someplace, and they came to the United States.
Yeah.
And they wanted to extradite that guy. Yeah.
Interesting, right?
It's all about what you want to do and when you want to do it.
The only thing I can think of, right, is he has something on them. He has something explosive on them that it's keeping him able to stay in France and Poland.
Yeah.
You don't get away with it without having some kind of goods, some kind of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Eric, awesome. The WNBA Sophie Cunningham Adidas shoes is just rapidly sold out after she went viral for saying no men in women's sports. Then clapping back at the left, I said what I said. Okay, awesome. Well, duh.
Yeah.
Too bad most of your co-athletes are male. John Solomon, key House Republican moves to end the American Bar Association role in accrediting law school after explosive DEI hearing. So it's one step away from removing the bar. You just have to do it slowly because people's minds are fragile things.
Wait, fragile things?
Fragile.
Oh, fragile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not fragile, fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah, okay.
Fragile. Okay, Jason Cohen. Bill Wright clashes with Gerardo Rivera over the 2020 election in January 6th. All right.
Let me ask you, did President Trump lose the 2020 election? Yes or no?
There's no evidence that he won the election. So evidence is, and you know this because you're a lawyer.
Like he lost.
Evidence is that you can take it to a federal grand jury and litigate whatever the crime may be. That has not happened. That is a fact. Okay? So there isn't evidence in play.
There's no evidence that he won the election because he lost the election.
Okay.
He lost
and
it.
You're entitled to that opinion.
He unleashed this anarchy on the capital of the heart of democracy.
That just happened. He clearly said peacefully, and if you go over the speech, you know what he said.
Liars of the Republican Party.
He didn't want those people to go into that building, and he knew it was going to hurt him, and it did hurt.
He wants people to lie about the election. Who won the election?
It's not a lie. It's an opinion. There's a difference between a lie and an opinion, and you got to understand that difference.
No finding of the falsification that.
Oh my God!
There is no evidence.
What the holy hell? You see, I refer back to my statement a few stories back.
Yeah.
You have two douchebags on the screen saying one yes and the other one no.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Again.
We saw on CNN, so it's this on the left. Now this is Fox News, so this is the right. So the same thing that's happening in parallel, George, both on the left and the right. You're seeing it. You know? I'm just giving you a little space out, but there you go, your parallels.
Douchebag 1 and douchebag 2.
Yeah, that's a common thing. Disclose.tv, Google is launching a selfie for sign-in, a new, easy way to exit your account with biometric scan of your face. Bullshit.
This is great. I love it.
Man, this is a whole Discord debacle thing all over again.
Oh, it gets even better. It gets even better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the thing. They want you to go biometric, fingerprints, all that stuff, right?
Right.
Right. And they say, you know, this is much better. This is better security. Really? No, bullshit. No, it's not. It's bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know what's better security? What's in your head.
Yeah.
The numbers that are in your head, that's better security because fingerprint, they can just, force your finger onto the thing. Yeah. Face recognition, they can just hold that thing up to your face and hit return.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, who the fuck is stupid enough to do face recognition or fingerprint recognition? That's not a password. That's an easy way into your fucking phone. Excuse my language. Fuck.
Yep. And people are going to be stupid enough to do it.
Look, Dad. I got fingerprint authorization to my phone, so you'll never see me talking to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, son, give me your phone. Okay, see, you can't get into it. And then the dad holds it up to his face, right? Right? And he goes, okay, there you go. We're in. Son of a bitch. It's just, I don't know, man. No, actually, I do.
Yeah.
When Steve Jobs, or I think it was Steve Jobs who said fingerprint recognition, face recognition for the iPhone, everybody's clapping.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, just how stupid are you people? Really? Just how absolutely stupid are you? Gosh.
Very stupid. All right, Unlimited L, man convicted of murder after knocking the victim unconscious and throwing him off a Florida dock. The jury found Kamal Pawlowski, 52, guilty of the murder of Melvin Jimenez, after prosecutors said the two met at a bar before continuing to drink on Pawlowski's boat. The video showed the two men getting into an altercation before Jimenez was knocked unconscious and thrown into the water. Jimenez's wife and daughter watched the footage for the first time in court as prosecutor presented their case. His bond was revoked after the guilty verdict, and he now faces life in prison. The most retarded thing all he could do was call for assistance, you know? No, he had to go the extra step and say, whoops.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, when they say alcohol makes you impair, they make you impair.
Alcohol is good for you. Ooh.
John Salmon, the U.S. has enough coal for 600 years, new federal data shows. Oh, really?
What? Enough what?
Coal.
Who? You know how you can make coal?
Squeeze hard and shit it out.
Just drop a couple of trees into a fire, let it burn. And you got coal.
You mean like all the forest fires that's been happening recently?
Yeah, it's an opportunity for the coal miners.
Yeah,
they don't have to go into a dangerous cave anymore.
No, they just have to become foresters.
Yeah, cool.
All right, Eric. The likely 2028 presidential candidate, Pete Buttigieg, just endorsed packing the Supreme Court. As a nakedly partisan institution, will be better off if it has 13 justices. Dems are preparing to nuke the filibuster. This is why Leader Thune needs to heed President Trump's advice immediately and secure our elections so it can't happen. Add on to making D.C. and Puerto Rico a state to their list, gaining 4 senators. It will be bad unless Republicans stops it.
Oh no, not stop it.
I guess it could stop. You know. Nothing else?
No, I got nothing. I'm good.
You know, sometimes actors should not voice their opinions because, you know, while they're endorsing a job, because it makes them look stupid.
Stupid.
Eric, Democrats are shocked after even Dem strategy James Carville just said that the party must surrender on the issue of voter ID. Carville, we're not going to win the war against ID. Every poll shows 75% or better. We need ID to vote. Just quit fighting it, go along with it, and move the next thing. James Carville is telling his party to give up the fight on voter ID. He's arguing it's a terrible hill to die on. Fox News polling shows voter overwhelmingly support ID to vote in 8 in 10. Okay, great.
Wait, what does that even mean?
It says like 8 people out of 10 are in favor of voting with IDs.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what it means. You know, it's overwhelmingly.
Overwhelmed, and what do the Democrats say? Oh no, that's not good at all. We don't want this for the American people. We're fighting for the American people. I wish I knew all these Americans that they're fighting for. It sounds like they're really nice people.
I don't know what American they're fighting for.
I know. They're fighting for the nice American people.
For the nice agents? Wow.
Yeah, the nice agents.
Yeah, the nice people.
Yes, the nice people.
People's been nice.
Very nice. What's this?
Right.
If you don't believe in the government's sacred right to seize private property, it's over. Seize private property. Home ownership is racist. Elect more communists. Private property, especially home ownership, is a weapon of white supremacy. Really? Even among the 20 million black Americans who own their own home? But these are statements made as an adult. Yes. For co-eds from elite private colleges, you're only a lesbian until graduation, but the communism lasts a lifetime. Democrats seem to be having this debate whether or not Mayor Mamdani is a socialist or a democratic socialist. Let me settle it. He's a straight-up communist. How do I know this? Well, I'm reading between the lines when one of his major advisors says, elect more communists.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's reading between the lines.
Well, you know, he's usually snorting between the lines. Right, respond 47, Stephen Miller. We have to make sure that the people who are here are not a threat to us. In addition to record deportation numbers, the USCIS has undertaken the largest ever project of revetting every foreign national who was admitted in prior years for ties to terrorism, ties to jihadism, ties to drugs, ties again to cartel. Just this week alone, from the last report I've got, there was thousands of immigration benefits that were being terminated based on public safety, national security eligibility grounds that has been previously issued by another administration. Yeah. Oh, by the way, any legal immigrants who committed crime are subject to deportation. Wow, who would have thought that?
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, it just took me a moment.
Yeah.
I was thinking, all this.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not gonna say it sounds absurd, sounds ridiculous, all that stuff.
It is.
We're way past that.
Yeah.
We're way past that.
We're in ludicrous speed right now.
Multiple times. We've done multiple Rubicons, one over the other, so to speak.
Right.
At this point, we might as well be heading towards the the ice wall. We passed the ice wall in the Antarctica, and now we're on the other side of the flat Earth, right?
Yeah, we're in free fall.
Yeah, we're totally free fall here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, what's next?
Billionaire University in 2004, CNBC interviewed two young founders in the same segment. All right, let's watch.
Watertown, Massachusetts, Mark Zuckerberg, creator of Harvard's thefacebook.com. Mark, if somebody was to put the question to you about the magnitude of what you think you've launched, how big do you think your product or your service is?
Well, it's impossible to tell. When we first launched, we were hoping for, maybe 400, 500 people. Harvard didn't have a Facebook, so that's the gap that we were trying to fill. And now we're at 100,000 people, so who knows where we're going next. We're hoping to have many more universities by the fall, hopefully over 100 or 200. And from there, we're going to launch a bunch of side applications, which should keep people coming back to the site and maybe could make something cool.
What is the Facebook exactly?
It's an online directory that connects people through universities and colleges through their social networks there. You sign on, you make a profile about yourself by answering some questions, entering some information such as your concentration or major at school.
Bess, what an awesome recruiting, tools to find, the talent you need for government work.
Mm-hmm.
Or, potentially a target of, baddies.
Yeah.
Contact information about phone numbers, instant messaging screen names, anything you want to tell, interests, what books you like, movies. And
really, this would be aired, at a college project. George, you think, and realistically, the news would take time out of their segment to be talking about 19-year-olds, directory college project?
Yeah.
And most importantly, who your friends are. And then you can browse around and see who people's friends are and just check out people's online identities and see how people portray themselves and just find some interesting information about people.
Okay.
Find interesting information about people.
Interesting.
You know, maybe we need that blackmail materials. Rapid Response 47. Last year, I signed 4 historic executive orders to reignite a wave of progress in American nuclear power production and promote this abundant, affordable, unlimited supply of energy for the American people. As part of this effort, I directed the Secretary Wright to establish a pilot program to advance reactors and to see at least 3 cutting-edge reactors start up safely by the 4th of July. Most believe the goal is impossible, but I'm just delighted to say that the 4 companies succeeded in meeting that deadline. So, as of 4th of July this month, George, we have 4 new active advanced nuclear reactors online.
Oh no, not 8. Oh, whatever we'll do with all that energy.
Well, I'm hoping that my next electric bill will start going down.
Yeah.
Moving on, Overton. Over the past week, Catherine Hedrich has been speaking directly with a senior insider on Director Tulsi Gabbard's investigative team. What was revealed was nothing short of treason. Investigators believe they uncovered evidence of deeply entrenched bureaucracy within the intelligence community that saw itself as a check on President Trump working on to protect a globalist view. All right.
In the last week, I've been speaking with a very senior member of Director Gabbard's investigations team known as the DIG. And what they told me is that they did see a pattern where there was a sense or a feeling in the intelligence community that they just knew better. They had to save President Trump from his own instincts, from his own tendencies, and that there was very much a globalist view.
That's treason, basically. Everything she just said was treason, if that's true.
Yeah.
And they had to preserve a globalist view. So whether it was downplaying or suppressing intelligence about the threat from China, whether it was giving a pass and calling the Hunter Biden laptop Russian disinformation, there was this level of a bureaucracy, a kind of conspiracy that was making decisions about the kind of information that should be reaching policymakers and ultimately the commander-in-chief. In the last week, I've been speaking...
Listen to her. Listen to her. Listen to this hindsight bullshit. What did everyone say during the time when the Hunter Biden laptop came into existence? It was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to this. This is all Russian disinformation.
Yeah.
What? Well, yeah, it was all Russian disinformation.
Russia.
Okay, so we got Russian disinformation. Great, normal people just moved on, but the talking heads, no, they stuck to their guns. No pun intended. They stuck to it. They wanted you to know it was Russian disinformation. You're going like, yeah, okay, I got it. You said it's Russian disinformation. All right, no problem. I can deal with it. I got it. Okay, let's move on. Can we talk about the price of food? The cost of gasoline? Can we talk about that stuff? No, it's Russian disinformation. Russia.
Let's see. Blonde Goth Girl, sorry, Florida. Too many carpetbaggers moving there, sucking up all the power. No electric discount for you. Hey, most of Hollywood is moving to Georgia. So
Georgia.
I wouldn't say anything either. Rapid Response 47, the governors of Indiana and Ohio joined 21 other governors in signing a ratepayer protection pledge. That pledge.
Wait. A what pledge?
The ratepayer protection pledge.
What?
That pledge put forward by POTUS is supposed to protect your electric bills from going up because of data centers. Indiana Michigan Power says you're already seeing 2 quarters of declining rates. It'll go lower in the future because of large customer like Georgia's Fort Wayne data centers. So basically, the pledge, or I guess it should be executive order, is basically if you're going to make a data center, you're going to have to power it up with yourself, and any excessive energy, you sell it on the cheap.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
No. Corporate speak.
Yeah.
We've seen this pattern before. Remember the part where they said, "Oh yeah, that thing doesn't exist in the government procedure," and then the election happened, and then the first thing they did was get rid of the thing that happened in the government procedure right away.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, the loophole.
Okay. So what's the pattern here?
Go ahead.
Oh no, you can't. Your electricity bill should not go up. If the data center reasons.
Yeah.
So we're going to create a bill to prevent that from happening. Okay, wait a minute. The whole purpose of the data center is that it's independent from the existing grid that is now. And that data center power source is to power the data center.
Right.
Why would that system be implemented into the cost of the people who already have their own energy grid?
Right. Begs a question, doesn't it?
This is. Isn't someone asking the question? Wait a minute. You have a data center. You have your own power station. Why would you guys be anywhere near the paperwork of the residents?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You got your own data center. You got your own power station. There's no connective tissue in these two concepts. Oh my
Tonight,
gosh,
OG&E is now joining President Donald Trump's ratepayer protection pledge.
Well, the White House says this is about protecting Americans' wallets when it comes to data centers. KOCO's Evan Onstad has more now on all of this. He joins us live in the newsroom. Evan?
Well, guys, we know one of the worries we hear about data centers is that all that energy use could drive up costs for everyone. OG&E today said they are...
Clearly, this guy's a dumbass. Everyone who's reporting on data centers and they're not making the connection. Wait a minute, this data center has its own power station, so why would it affect the residents' power bill and increase it? It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, please continue.
Committed to making sure that does not happen, saying they will, quote, protect customers from increased costs related to serving high energy demand consumers, including data centers, as outlined in OG&E's proposed large load tariff. We've told you about this tariff before. It essentially says if some customers use the most electricity, they should cover more of the cost. That means the cost would not be passed along to homeowners and smaller businesses.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Remember during COVID, they did a reach for a power grab. Remember during 9/11, they did a reach for a power grab.
Yeah.
We're here to protect you. That's why we're going to put more power for the TSA. COVID, we're here to protect you. That's why we're going to be surveilling you that much more. All that stuff. These data centers, they're using them for power grabs. If you go back just a sentence or two, you'll hear it. It's in his own statement. Go back like 15 seconds. There.
That means the cost would not be passed along to homeowners and smaller businesses and instead would stay with the large users paying the full cost of connecting to the grid. And this White House pledge is kind of like a bigger version of that. Through this, President Trump is calling on all leading U.S. hyperscalers and AI companies to not only build or buy all the energy for building and operating it, but also paying for the full cost of the energy and the infrastructure, no matter what. OG&E says they plan to support the spirit of that pledge while also operating within state law and the Oklahoma Corporation Commission policy.
Spirit of the pledge is bullshit talk for, it's just bullshit talk. It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And
within
the law, it means that, hey, if there's a little law in the books that says, the residents are going to foot the bill.
Yeah.
The residents are going to foot the bill. I'm telling you, these data centers that are going up without their own power stations, they're going to be making the residents pay for this. Holy smokes! Wow, this is like that power grab I explained to you. This is an energy grab.
Yeah.
And again, who fucking needs all these data centers for? What's the point of all these data centers? All of a sudden, data centers this, data centers that.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. We already have data centers.
Dave says, I pledge to make wooden surfaces shiny and lemon fresh. Yeah, you do that.
Yes.
Blonde Golf Girl, DC for reliability, redundancy, optimize operational costs, and sell back the excessive energy and load balancing. Or, we can go for AC and you didn't have to worry about that. Or you can just have wireless energy.
Yep.
Something's going to give. We're going to have our the Boston Tea Party again. I don't know when we're going to have it, but we're going to have it and we're going to be like the Mad Hatter. Laura Logan, are you paying attention again? The gig is up. There's no way America's enemy, both foreign and domestic, wants this address. If you still think this is about Trump, you've been blind. This is so much bigger than any one person. This is taking control of all of it or not.
Or that our foreign adversaries, not our allies, foreign adversaries have parts that are vital pieces in our voting machine.
Passing the buck, at least trade the buck. I'll give you Buck Roger for Buck Owens. Deal? I don't know. I think, I think I'm getting the worst deal on that one. George?
I don't know. I'm just a Canadian. Just a lonely old Canadian. I'm sitting here, not on Capitol Hill, and I am waiting for another story to come. I can't do it.
We know that they can access what they consider the key to the back of these machines. We know that they can change voter registration and your vote.
Well, Blonde Golf Girl, DC stood for data center, not ACDC. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That was a joke because we're talking about energy.
We know it's possible. There's not a question. It's not even for debate. One thing that I love about numbers and I love about facts is they don't lie. This isn't something that I'm trying to tell you to spin a narrative. This is what is going on. And what we are saying is that every state should partner with us to work to secure this. Once we identify the problem, everybody should be informed. Working with Secretary Lutnick, we are going to make our security enhancements mandatory, meaning that if these states want a grant and they want to be reimbursed to work or to run federal elections,
Program, we have a pending
they're
appeal.
going to have to implement security issues.
Huh. Did he understand anything that just was said?
That's the word solid.
Word solid.
None of that makes any sense.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I listened to it and it just says blah blah blah. People are screwing us all over the world. Okay, thanks. How are you resolving that? Blah blah blah. Don't know. Yeah, Yakobai, breaking Miss Rachel, the viral kids contact guru, has been revealed to be funding Abdul El Sadid campaign. Parents should know that their kids are being indoctrinated to be the next Antifa. That's kind of strong, mighty words there, but that's your opinion, not ours. All right. Breaking in a huge win, the Board of Immigration Appeal just ruled that even legal migrants can be deported if they're caught illegally voting and are non-citizens. The DHS General Counsel, even for aliens here legally, illegal voting makes you deportable. Will be continued to prioritize deportation proceed against those who legally voted in the American election. Thank you, Obama. You made criminals of even legal people. For saying that, nothing will happen to you. And you know what? They probably did believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Colonel Town Walk-ins says, try to tell ya, things are what they appear to be. People are lying to you. MJ True Ultra, read the highlighted part again and again and again. All right. He understands that I do not sell weapons to Ukraine, but to NATO country. They pay full price, and how those weapons are distributed, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So this is from President Donald Trump. So let's read the full context of it. President Xi, at our recent meeting in Beijing, China, told me he would not, under any circumstances, give or sell weapons to the Islamic Republic of Iran, and that statement includes a Chinese company. Considering our relationship, I take him at his word, and besides, I'm doing him a big favors also. Likewise, President Putin, despite the horrible war that's going on in Ukraine, the relationship remains as it's done with President Zelensky, told me he would not sell weapons to Iran. He understands that I do not sell weapons to Ukraine, but to NATO countries. They pay full price, and how those weapons are distributed, I have no idea. Therefore, two major countries that...
Pause.
Go ahead.
Okay. I find that statement bullshit. Why? Because I'm pretty sure the United States will want to know where their missiles are being used and all that stuff. We sell those missiles to them, and they go shoot those missiles over there, and and that's what happens, right? No. I'm pretty sure every weapon the United States sells to anybody has some sort of tracking number. So if some guy uses their weapon, just like Apple, just like an iPhone in Apple's ecosystem gets stolen or lost, they'll be able to figure out right away where that phone is, where that missile is, and what it's being used for.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they would allow a weapon of any destruction out of the military's hands without knowing where it's going, who it's using it, all that stuff.
Yep.
So that part of that overall statement is bullshit.
You say bullshit. You know what's...
Yeah.
You know what is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Is that we're no longer giving those weapons. We are selling those weapons.
Yeah. How's that possible?
No. And that means that's less money that we're giving up, because now those countries are forced to buy the weapons from us. We're no longer saying this is our share for NATO. It's no. You pay up, and here's the armament. Meaning that we have controls, we have the kill switch on those weapons, so we technically can end the war anytime we kind of want.
Yeah.
Anytime. But why are we not, you know, why are we not doing it? What reason? There's some kind of reason we're not doing it, but why? All right, this is Joe Rogan. Just a reminder.
Unless they pay a big price, and the big price is tariffs. And he'd speak like that, but he was right. And then around in the early 1900s, they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Please don't. They, believe me, they control our politicians. If you look at the kind of numbers that these guys make then and now, but we had a commission meeting in the I think it was 1887. Think of this problem. We were so rich. We had so much money. We didn't know what to do.
Let's see. Dave, yeah, millions of dollars and they can afford to air tag it in it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, just imagine we left $85 billion worth of equipment to the Taliban. $85 million that Biden left to the Taliban. And all those weapons has gone to all those terrorists, has gone all to our enemies. I can't believe it. It's a disgrace. Oh, by the way, we have tracking device on all those weapons. So every smuggling network, every route, we were able to use Starlinks via Elon Musk and track where all of those weapons go. It was a beautiful thing. They fell for a sucker, but let me keep crying those crocodile tears because it was $85 billion.
What?
Yeah, you like that narrative, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I can think about it. Is like, why would we leave $85 billion of ammunition, helicopters, Jeep, vests, guns, when they use it all up? Who did they go for that information? And then we saw them selling off those excessive equipment to everybody else in the open market, basically. So I think you have to be more devious, and I think they did air tag all those equipment.
Oopsie.
And say, okay, so this is where it's going, so this is where this is going, this is where it's going. We found all the smuggling routes. Smugglies.
So they set up a blue ribbon commission on tariffs. And the sole purpose is what to do with all the money we had. We were so rich because we were taxing other people for coming in and taking our jobs. And China does it. That's what China did. If you want to open a factory and sell cars, if you build a factory here or have a factory, they don't take our cars. They wouldn't take our cars. But if you build a plant in China, you can do that. Elon did that. By the way, Elon is great. That guy is such a great guy. I think you're a fan of Elon. Him. He is from a different planet. He's the greatest guy. That rocket coming in.
Oh, this is old.
Yeah. No, just a reminder. It kind of it kind of fell into my lap, saying, what we're doing. Let me see. Brian Cates, put yourself in his shoes that day. He was having to leave the job he worked so hard for. He walked away from that job in disgrace so they could get back to business as usual. Victim of a CIA coup engineered by via Mockingbird media they control. But if he knew he just came out and said that, most of the country would not believe it. Even today, the lies of Watergate are so well entrenched in so many quarters, challenging it makes you look crazy. So he did the right thing for this country at that time. He left, and it was so unfair. You can see how it weighs on him. The America that was going to have the same vile people running everything behind the scene after he left. So this is History with Jacob. Richard Nixon getting emotional talking about his mother in 1974.
Nobody will ever write a book probably about my mother. Well, I guess all of you would say this about your mother. My mother was a saint. And I think of her, 2 boys dying of tuberculosis, nursing 4 others in order that she could take care of my older brother for 3 years in Arizona, and seeing each of them die, and when they died, it was like one of her own. Yes, she will have no books written about her. But she was a saint.
Yep.
All right. President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's hear what he has to say.
But I am delighted to be here at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Amazing people, a lot of people that I like. Some I don't like it all. But I respect most of them. I must say that you do a great job, amazing job, and it's an honor. As I said 3 months ago, the show must go on. We were backstage, and we both wanted to just have it go on, whether it was 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, it didn't matter. But in the end, it made more sense to do it the way we're doing it. And we had a great news conference at the White House, at a very important room. And you did very well. I think we all did very well. It was a hell of an evening, I can tell you that. Won't soon be forgotten. And I think a lot was learned from that evening. A tremendous amount was learned about security and about other things, the dangers of what we all do. But just like my presidency, the second time is always better. It's always better. And the third time will be better yet. I'm only kidding.
Again, he says, I'm only kidding. Only kidding, huh? How long before only kidding becomes
oh yeah, I was just oopsie.
Oopsie, it actually happens. Oopsie. You know? So. Alright. Let me see. Moving down. Dave. They did a similar thing in Vietnam, pushing helicopters into the ocean. Politicians say shit to get elected. News at 11. Well, you know, last time it was grab them by the pussy. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the world becomes when people can be such horrible people.
Gravity is a harsh mistress.
Exactly. Next orator, President Trump goes off on windmills and confirmed he's blocking all permits to build them. They ruin housing values of people. They're noisy. They kill all the birds. They kill the eagles. You know, you shoot an eagle, you go to jail for 2 years. If you kill an eagle with a windmill, you don't go to jail. And they have hundreds of them lay on the ground. It's terrible. It's unattractive. It's very expensive. Probably the most expensive form of energy. We have not approved anything having to do with windmills. They're horrible and unsightly, and you can't even recycle them.
So they created the windmills to kill the eagles?
Yeah. Kill the America's symbol.
That's
Dave.
pretty expensive.
Yeah, Dave. That's good advice. Grab him by the pussy. So, moving on. This is next story is from Lara Logan again.
What does Logan want, man?
This is the key right now. Enriched uranium is piling up in Venezuela at the uranium facility there because the U.S. stopped them shipping it to Iran. This issue is the underlying of much of U.S. policy right now. Donald J. Trump. The civil nuclear deal, there will be no enrichment of materials being made between the United States Department of Energy, which has Q clearance, and Saudi Arabia, which pertains only to non-military use, such as the ones that Iran and the UAE and others have already, will be approved, but is totally subject to Iran joining the very respective and successful Abraham Accords. The United States is not opposed to civil, non-enriched nuclear facility. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. All right.
Okay, cool.
All right. Next up is kind of self-evident, but disclosure TV. Europol releases the EU terrorist situation and trend report showing that the left-wing terrorists completed 11 attacks out of the 12, jihadism 9 out of 24, and these attacks accounting for the majority of injury. And there was one right-wing attack completely out of 5. What's the score? Or all the tourists are causing all these issues. Hey George, if I didn't know better, I would think I was looking at World War II battles.
You think?
Yeah, it looks like the same spots of World War II. It looks like the same theater of World War II. It feels like we're just doing World War II on replay. MJ True Ultra, I cannot believe they published this. All right.
Realities of the right are more reactive to fear and disgust than the left. It gets into deeper stuff, but one thing is they identify scapegoats and villains really quickly. Some of their arguments are just better in these platforms. Like, to go to some other examples that I talk about in the book. If I just go, listen, it's your money. Taxes are theft and we need tax relief. That's a really tidy and efficient argument, right? And if I come in as the guy on the left, I don't go, no, taxes are awesome and raise them as high as possible. I have to go, listen, if you want to live in a society with basic infrastructure, the only way to do it is through the collection of taxes by the government. Is it sort of coercive? Well, in a sense, but at the same, which one of those is going to do better? Of course, they're stealing your money. It's yours. You should get to keep it. That's structural to their argument. On abortion, there's a similar analogy. Murdering babies is bad. Abortion's murder. That's it. We're not doing it. And we, on the left, at least I've never met anyone who goes, abortion's awesome. Let's look to increase the number of abortions. We say there's a lot of competing.
Yeah, let's increase it to the moment of death. Excuse me, the moment of birth. Wait, it would be death for the baby at that point.
Factors here, and we have to talk about bodily autonomy, and
pause.
It's not going to translate.
Okay, so I'm getting the impression I'm getting here in this conversation is
Yeah.
how to use weasel words.
Yeah, how to use weasel words to say we live in a society, our society.
It's not murder. It's just somebody, getting something.
Elective procedure.
Yeah.
Don't do the other 8 word, which is adoption. Don't think of other solutions that network fees. You could do network fees and collect 70 cents every transaction. Basically invisible, and that pays off the taxes. If we're gonna go all digital, crypto coins, right? There's a network fee. You just put like a small percentage, technically invisible, which is like 0.00075% or something like that, or 75 units.
Yeah.
0.00075 units, and guess what? And it's just based on transaction 1, 2, 3. You know how many transactions we do per day, per month, George?
Lots.
Trillions. We do trillions per month. every state's do trillion per month transactions. Hey, trillions per month. Guess what? We make a lot of money. No more property taxes. Yay!
Boom.
Yeah. It's property taxes is a way to keep you enslaved.
It never translated as well to the rage of AM radio, and it doesn't work as well in the algorithms. It's structural. Now, I don't think it's inevitable that the left has to lose on it. We have to rethink the entry point into a lot of these issues. Realities.
We're not meeting them to their language, so we have to dumb it out for their language. Because because the right are using our ability to just make it simple and emotional.
Oh no.
What was that? Abortion, you're killing babies. How simple is that? Emotionally charged. Property taxes, you're stealing our money.
Yeah.
MJ Truth Ultra. Wow. Canada are supposedly allied, disinvited us, southern ally, to the opening of the Georgie Howard Bridge.
Gordie Howard Bridge. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
Gordie.
You know, this is a Canadian thing.
No. It should really say Georgie.
I know it's Gordie.
Okay, fine. The Gordie Howard Bridge.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing, man. Just relax. Okay, we uninvited everybody, including Hitler. We uninvited him too. Gosh, you're not special. The Gordie Howe Bridge is how Canada is going to take out the United States. We're going to be coming over that bridge.
Right.
We're going to bring in our portage. Right over that bridge. Our canoes. Mr. Canoe Head's going to be coming over there. He's going to be leading the canoe army. Gosh.
Trump said that the deal negotiated on the bridge is now null and void, and that 50% of the revenue is collected by the U.S. The original agreement in 2012, this is with Obama, Canada paid for the entire bridge, about 6.4 billion Canadian dollars of that time. The bridge is owned 50-50 by Canada in the state of Michigan. All toll money collected on the Canadian side was supposed to go to Canada first so it could pay back itself for building the bridge. Only after Canada recovers full costs would any remaining profits start being shared. What recently changed, 2026, to get the bridge open on time, Trump negotiated a new deal where the first 15 years, Canada is to pay the U.S. 50% of the net profit. That money goes into the Canadian-controlled Economic Development Fund. Canada still collects the toll, has to pay off its construction debt from the remaining half. The U.S. also gets to say if Canada wants to raise or lower the toll by a large amount. In short, Canada still owns the bridge and pay for everything, but the U.S. now gets half of the net profit right from the start, thanks to Trump. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you make a deal.
Yeah, you do all the work, and I reap the profits. Understood.
Yeah. Trump style.
Trump style. All right, this is from Kobishi's letter. Donald Trump, from his Truth Social account, the European Union is at it again, and as usual, taking direct aim at the great American companies. After having fined Apple for no reason at all, $15 billion, Meta, $3 billion, Amazon, $2.5 billion, and many others, we've been informed that Google, a truly advanced and amazing group, has been fined yet another $1 billion without explanation. This brings the Google total to over $18 billion. This illegal and highly discriminatory practice started at these high levels during the first year of the Sleepy Joe Biden administration.
Pause for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Just let's take a step back.
All right. I'm stepping back.
All right. So these companies are not American companies. And they're saying, we're going to fine you X number of dollars. What do the American companies do? Do they pay? Do they pay?
You know,
no.
if they
they don't pay.
Yeah.
Right. And if they don't pay, what's the penalty? Oh no, you're not going to be able to have your services on the phones or the computers in the EU, right?
Right.
And you're going like, how are you gonna enforce that? Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to tell people not to use Google. Again, how are you going to enforce that? We're going to tell people not to use Google. And you go like, at this point, now you realize it's all bullshit.
Bullshit. All right. Let's see. Continue. The United States is not the piggy bank for Europe, nor will we allow it to be. Please let this truth serve to represent that we'll immediately initiate a 301 investigation into the practice of robbing the American companies and in turn the American taxpayers. European Union will pay a very big price for this illegal and highly unethical conduct, which I have consistently warned them about. The penalty will be entirely reversed, and we will anticipate a subsequent tariff to be placed on them at the earliest possible moment. Stay tuned, President Donald J. Trump.
Oh no, not Trump.
That's basically what he was going to say. He's like, that's okay. I'm just going to increase them by 60%. And that's it. That's it for tonight.
Yay.
It was a slow night, probably because Trump was, smooshing it up with the media.
Yay, media.
All right. Thank you to Blonde Goth Girl. Thank you to Dave Volt. Thank you to Lurkers and Bots. Thank you to everybody else. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow for the Saturday edition of the news. We'll see what happens then. Crazy
things.
Crazy things always happens on the weekends.
It's Saturday things.
The Saturdays. Bye.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together we can